Now this is going to be a pretty quick video, but this is a question I got asked, and that is, when using a dash cam when driving for Lyft and Uber, are you better off recording the road, so outside of your vehicle, or the passengers, or inside of your vehicle? Now my short answer is both. And what I mean by this is, when it comes to using a dash cam, there's two different types of dash cams when it comes to the way they record. One is they can record only in one way, which is probably what you're asking. It can only record outwards or inwards, right? With other dash cams, though, they can do both. So my first suggestion is when you get a dash cam, make sure you get one that has a simultaneous inside and outside recording feature. They're probably going to be more expensive, but it's definitely worth the money. Another option, too, is let's say you're like, Mark, I can't find one, or they're outrageously expensive. Maybe you get two. Maybe you get two dash cams, have one facing out, one facing in. If I had to be pressed and say, look, you have to only pick one, though. You have to only pick one, outside or inside. I do think that if I had to look at the statistics and the numbers, I think you're way better off if, let's say, you only have one dash cam and it can only record in one direction. I think you're better off facing it outside. The reason why is just based off the numbers and statistics, you're more likely to get into an accident than to have, let's say, a passenger attack you, there to be an altercation. We've all heard of these reports and articles and everything, and although we see them a lot, like I feel like if you Google or search Uber or Lyft, there's all these news articles about that. Remember, that's what gets the attention. That's what grabs people to be like, oh, let me read this article about how this girl coughed on the driver. You probably heard about that story. Or about how this group of people took the Uber's tips that were like kind of in the center console. There's all these stories that go viral, I think because they're very clickbaity, of course, but those are far and few between. I think you're more likely to be involved in an altercation that involves your vehicle and something else on the road. So my first answer, if I had to give it, is yeah, you should be recording, I think, outside more than inside. However, I think it's 100% worth the money to get two dash cams or get one that can be both inside and outside. And I promise you too, especially, I remember years ago when I first looked at dash cams, they were pretty expensive, like at least $100. That was the cheapest one I could find years ago, I remember. Now though, however, I've seen some online that are like 20 or 30 bucks. They're super cheap now, especially with technology improving a lot. 100% worth the money. I gotta say, if you're watching this video and you're trying to figure out what direction you want to film, just either get another dash cam or get one that can film in both directions.